Come with me, if you will, on a gentle journey. Let us leave the ground behind and ascend into the quiet embrace of the sky. We are floating now, weightless and free, held aloft by the soft morning air. Below us, a city begins to stir, bathed in the pale, golden light of a new day. This is Kitakyushu, a hidden jewel on Japan's southernmost main island, Kyushu. From this vantage point, high above the world, the sounds of life become a distant hum. We can simply watch and breathe, and allow the scenery to unfold beneath us like a magnificent tapestry woven with threads of green, blue, and the gentle grays of stone and steel. Our flight is a slow and graceful one. There is no hurry here. The world below moves at its own unhurried pace. We drift like a cloud, our perspective shifting with the subtle currents of the wind. We are observers, privileged to witness the quiet harmony of nature and human creation coexisting in a delicate balance. The city stretches out, a mosaic of different textures and colors. Look closely, and you can see the intricate patterns of life. The straight lines of modern streets meet the soft, organic curves of ancient hills. It is a place of stories, some new and some very old, all waiting to be discovered from our serene perch in the heavens. Let your mind be still. Feel the tranquility of this aerial perspective. The problems and pressures of the everyday seem to fade away up here, replaced by a sense of wonder and calm. Our gentle drift now takes us towards the city's edge, where the land gives way to the vast, shimmering expanse of the sea. Kitakyushu is a city born of the water, its identity shaped by the tides and the currents that lap at its shores. From our high vantage point, we can see the coastline stretching for miles, a beautiful, irregular line where green land and blue water meet in a timeless embrace. The water here is a deep, calming sapphire, sparkling under the morning sun as if scattered with countless tiny diamonds. Small fishing boats, looking like white specks from our altitude, move slowly across its surface, their wakes leaving faint, silvery trails that fade back into the blue. The shoreline is a place of incredible diversity. In some areas, we see long, sandy beaches, their pale sands curving gently along the coast. The waves roll in with a soft, rhythmic motion, washing over the shore in lines of white foam, before retreating in a quiet sigh. In other places, the coast is more rugged, with rocky outcrops and small cliffs that stand firm against the persistent caress of the sea. Little coves and inlets are tucked away, their waters sheltered and still, creating perfect mirrors that reflect the clear blue sky above. This meeting of land and sea is a fundamental part of Kitakyushu's soul, a constant and soothing presence in the life of the city. We can see how the city has grown in harmony with its coastal geography. Harbors and ports are nestled naturally into the protective curves of the land, their waters calm and deep enough for the great ships that come and go. These vessels connect Kitakyushu to the rest of the world, yet from our peaceful height, their movement is slow and deliberate, part of a graceful silent ballet. Further along the coast, green parks and promenades follow the water's edge, offering people a place to walk and breathe in the fresh, salty air. The sea is not just a boundary here, it is a vital part of the city's living space, a source of sustenance, trade, and tranquility. Our aerial path now guides us over one of Japan's most famous and vital waterways, the Kanmon Straits. This is the narrow channel of water that separates the island of Kyushu from Japan's main island, Honshu. From our lofty position, the straits appear as a magnificent ribbon of deep flowing blue, a powerful river of the sea that carves its way between the two land masses. The currents here are strong, and we can almost see the energy in the water's surface. It is a place of connection, a bridge of water that both divides and unites. Suspended high above is a remarkable testament to human ingenuity, the Kanmon Bridge. From our view, it looks like a delicate, elegant necklace draped across the throat of the straits. Its graceful suspension cables rise to meet two towering pillars before sweeping down to the roadway below. Cars and trucks, looking like tiny, colorful beetles, stream across it in a silent, orderly procession. The bridge does not dominate the landscape, rather it complements it, a slender, man-made arc that echoes the natural curves of the hills on either side. It stands as a symbol of the human desire to connect, to overcome the natural barrier of the water with a creation of strength and beauty. Below the Great Bridge, The water itself is a stage for constant, graceful motion. Ferries, cargo ships, and smaller boats navigate the channel, their paths carefully choreographed by the invisible hands of pilots and captains. They glide through the water, some heading out to the open sea, others making their way to the sheltered ports of Kitakyushu and its neighbor, Shimonoseki. Watching them from above is like observing a slow, intricate dance. Each vessel plays its part in this quiet ballet of maritime life, contributing to the gentle, rhythmic pulse of the straits. The water is the lifeblood of this place, and its flow is steady and eternal. We now drift inland, our focus shifting from the blue of the sea to the deep, vibrant green at the city's core. Below us lies a magnificent landmark, a place where history breathes peacefully amidst the modern world, Kokura Castle. From our aerial perspective, the castle is an island of tranquility. Its elegant multi-tiered keep, with its distinctive white walls and gracefully curved grey-tiled roofs, rises with a quiet dignity. It does not shout for attention, it simply is, a serene and powerful reminder of Japan's rich feudal past. The castle is the anchor of this space, a beautiful historical jewel set within a crown of lush greenery. Surrounding the castle is a wide, protective moat, its dark, still waters reflecting the sky, and the ancient stone walls like a polished mirror. From above, the moat forms a perfect liquid frame for the castle grounds, separating this peaceful sanctuary from the bustling city that has grown up around it. Crossing the moat are elegant wooden bridges, their simple forms adding to the scene's composition. The water is calm, disturbed only by the occasional ripple from a swimming carp or a gentle breeze. It creates a sense of containment and peace, holding the castle and its gardens in a gentle, watery embrace, preserving their stillness. The castle grounds themselves are a masterpiece of landscape design, a sprawling expanse of green that we can now fully appreciate. Manicured lawns, looking like soft velvet carpets, stretch out from the castle's base. Carefully placed trees, including magnificent cherry blossoms and stately pines, are scattered throughout the park. In spring, the cherry trees would transform this view into a sea of pale pink, a breathtakingly beautiful sight. Even now, the various shades of green create a rich and calming tapestry. Winding paths, visible as faint lines from our height, invite people to wander through this peaceful haven. This entire area, known as Katsuyama Park, is the green heartbeat of Kokura, the central district of Kitakyushu. It is a public space where nature, history, and community converge. We can see people strolling along the paths, sitting on benches under the shade of trees, or simply enjoying the open space. The park acts as the city's lungs, a place to breathe, relax, and connect with a slower, more contemplative rhythm. Our gentle flight now carries us northeast, towards a special corner of the city, where the past is not just remembered, but lovingly preserved. We are floating over Mojiko, a port district that feels like a beautiful dream of a bygone era. Below us lies the Mojiko Retro area, a collection of magnificent historic buildings clustered around the harbor's edge. From the sky, it looks like a perfectly preserved architectural museum, its handsome brick and stone structures standing in proud contrast to the modern buildings elsewhere. These are the relics of the Meiji and Taisho periods, a time when Mojiko was one of Japan's most important international trade ports. The centerpiece of this district is the old Mojiko Station, a stunning example of neo-Renaissance architecture. Its grand design and elegant details are clearly visible even from our height. Nearby, other historic buildings line the waterfront. The old Osaka Shosen shipping line building, with its striking orange tiles and octagonal tower. The former Moji Mitsui Club, a handsome timber-framed building where famous guests once stayed. Each structure tells a story of a prosperous past, of a time when this harbor was a bustling gateway to the world. Their beautifully restored facades glow warmly in the sunlight, exuding a sense of nostalgia and timeless charm. The harbor itself is a picture of serenity. The water within its protective embrace is calm and clear, reflecting the beautiful old buildings that line its shores. Small pleasure boats and ferries are moored neatly along the docks, their gentle rocking the only movement on the water's surface. A unique pedestrian drawbridge, the Blue Wing Moji, occasionally opens to allow vessels to pass, its slow, graceful movement adding to the district's unhurried atmosphere. The entire scene is one of peaceful order, a place where the frantic pace of the past has mellowed into a quiet, contemplative present for all to enjoy. As we hover above this charming scene, we can appreciate how thoughtfully this area has been preserved. It is not a sterile museum, but a living part of the city. Cafes, galleries, and shops now occupy these historic buildings, inviting people to step inside and connect with the district's unique atmosphere. Leaving the nostalgic charm of Mojiko behind, we drift back towards the city's contemporary heart. Below us now is the modern spine of Kitakyushu, the central district of Kokura. From our aerial perch, the landscape transforms into a dynamic grid of streets, buildings, and infrastructure. Yet it retains a sense of clean, orderly calm. This is where the pulse of modern life beats strongest. But from up here, the energy appears controlled and harmonious. Gleaming glass towers rise towards us, their surfaces reflecting the blue sky and passing clouds, standing alongside more modest concrete and steel structures that house offices, shops, and homes for the city's residents. The geometry of the city is fascinating to observe from this height. The main thoroughfares are wide and straight, flanked by neatly planted trees that add lines of green to the urban grey. We can see the orderly flow of traffic, the cars and buses moving like a slow, coordinated river through the canyons of the city. Intersecting these main arteries is a network of smaller streets, creating a complex but logical pattern. In the spaces between these lines are the city blocks, each a microcosm of urban life. It is a landscape built by human hands, yet it possesses its own kind of natural geometric beauty, a testament to careful planning and a desire for order. Even within this modern core, green spaces are woven into the fabric of the city. We can spot smaller parks and plazas, looking like little green squares on a vast grid. Rooftop gardens, visible only from our unique vantage point, add surprising touches of nature high above the streets. These pockets of green are essential, providing moments of respite and a connection to the natural world amidst the concrete and glass. They show a city that understands the importance of balance, ensuring that even in its most densely developed areas, there is room for life to breathe and for nature to find a foothold. Dominating the skyline is the Riverwalk Kitakyushu, a large, multicolored complex that curves along the bank of the Murasaki River. Its bold, vibrant design stands out, a splash of reds, yellows, and blues that adds a playful, artistic element to the cityscape. This complex, housing shops, theaters, and a museum, is a hub of culture and commerce, yet its design thoughtfully incorporates the river, embracing the natural element that runs through the city's heart. Our flight now follows the path of a vital artery of water that winds its way through the very soul of the city. This is the Murasaki River. From our elevated perspective, it appears as a serene silver-green ribbon meandering gracefully through the urban landscape. Its journey is a quiet and determined one, flowing from the hills that cradle the city and making its way steadily towards the sea. The river is a line of life and tranquility, its gentle presence softening the hard edges of the buildings and streets that have grown up along its banks. It is a constant calming companion to the people of Kitakyushu. We can see how the city has embraced its river. Along much of its course, the banks have been transformed into beautiful, green promenades and parks. These riverside walkways are lined with trees and benches, creating a peaceful corridor for pedestrians and cyclists. We can see people enjoying this natural space, walking their dogs, jogging, or simply sitting and watching the slow-moving water. The river provides a natural gathering place, a shared backyard for the entire community. The bridges that cross it, some modern and sleek, others more traditional and ornate, look like stitches holding the two sides of the city together, all while respecting the river's path. The water itself is a canvas for the changing light. In the morning sun, it shimmers and sparkles. On a cloudy day, it takes on a soft, milky green hue, reflecting the overcast sky. At night, which we can only imagine from our daytime flight, the lights of the city would dance upon its surface, creating a magical, glittering spectacle. The river's character changes as it flows. In the upper reaches, it is narrower and more intimate, while here in the city center it broadens out, its presence more grand and stately as it prepares to meet the sea at the harbor. As we follow its course towards the coast, we pass under the shadow of the Riverwalk complex again, seeing it now from the river's perspective. The building's curved design seems to follow the river's own bend, a beautiful dialogue between architecture and nature. Our journey now takes us upwards, lifting us higher as we drift towards the city's southern edge. Here, a great green giant rises from the land to stand watch over the entire plain. This is Mount Sarakura, a magnificent forest-covered mountain that forms a stunning natural backdrop to Kitakyushu. From our position in the sky, we can appreciate its full scale and majesty. It is not a sharp, jagged peak, but a broad, powerful mountain with soft, rounded contours, blanketed in a dense forest that appears from this distance as a single, unbroken cloak of deep, rich green. The slopes of the mountain are a tapestry of different shades of green, from the dark, shadowy tones of the deep valleys to the brighter hues on the ridges that catch the sunlight. Winding up the mountainside, barely visible through the thick canopy of trees, are the faint lines of hiking trails and a cable car route. These are the paths that allow people to ascend the mountain, to leave the city behind, and immerse themselves in the tranquility of the forest. From the summit, which we can see clearly now, the view of the city and the sea beyond must be breathtaking. The mountain offers a change of perspective, a place to look down upon the world from a place of natural serenity. Mount Sarakura is part of a range of hills that cradles Kitakyushu, providing a protective green embrace. These mountains are not just a beautiful backdrop, they are an integral part of the local ecosystem. They are the source of the rivers that flow through the city, and their forests are home to a rich diversity of wildlife. They represent the wild, untamed nature that exists right at the edge of the urban world, a constant reminder of the powerful natural forces that have shaped this land. The presence of such a magnificent mountain so close to the city center is a rare and precious gift. As we hover near its summit, a sense of profound peace washes over us. The air up here feels cleaner, cooler. The sounds of the city are completely gone, replaced by the imagined whisper of the wind through the trees. Mount Sarakura stands as a silent, timeless guardian. It has watched over this land for eons, witnessing the growth of the city from a small settlement to the sprawling metropolis it is today. Our gentle journey across the sky is now coming to a close. Let us hover for one last moment, taking in the complete panorama that lies beneath us. From this final high vantage point, we can see it all. We see the deep blue of the Kanman Straits and the shimmering coastline. We see the vibrant green of Mount Sarakura and the parks woven into the city's fabric. We see the silver ribbon of the Murasaki River winding its way through the modern heart of Kokura, and the historic charm of Mojiko's harbor still glowing in the distance. It is a complete picture, a harmonious composition of nature and human life, all resting peacefully under the vast open sky. The beauty of Kitakyushu, as seen from above, is in its balance. It is a city that has not forgotten its connection to the natural world. For every straight line of a modern skyscraper, there is the gentle curve of a riverbank or a hillside. For every expanse of concrete and asphalt, there is a generous offering of green space. The city breathes with the rhythm of the tides and the changing of the seasons on the mountain slopes. It is a place where one can experience the energy of a modern Japanese city, and in the very next moment, find profound peace in a historic garden or on a quiet, windswept shore. As we slowly begin our descent, hold on to this feeling of tranquility. Remember the silent, graceful dance of the ships in the straits, the timeless dignity of Kokura Castle reflected in its moat, and the orderly yet vibrant pulse of the city streets. Remember the feeling of floating, of being an observer to a world of quiet beauty. This aerial perspective has shown us a story of harmony, a story of a city that has found a way to grow and modernize without losing its soul, a soul that is deeply rooted in the mountains, rivers, and sea that surround it. Let this image of peace be your parting gift from our flight. Imagine yourself there, walking along the river, exploring the historic port, or simply sitting in a park, feeling the gentle breeze. Kitakyushu is more than just a place on a map. It is a feeling, an atmosphere of calm and understated beauty. It is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered, not with a rush of excitement, but with a quiet sense of wonder. And though our journey in the sky has ended, the serene landscape of this remarkable city can live on in your mind. a peaceful sanctuary to return to whenever you wish.